Hey everyone, it's Nikki. Welcome to my video blog where I dive into investigations and uncover spooky mysteries. Stick around and make sure to hit that subscribe button for the private diary channel. Okay, I think I've got your attention. I've got this absolutely wild story to share that happened to me not too long ago. I've been into mysteries and investigations for as long as I can remember. They're just so captivating. I always wanted to be a part of one. That's why I chose to be a journalist back in high school. I picked up Chinese, thinking it'd be super useful down the road. Plus, I started a video blog, trying my hand at filming my first investigations. Unfortunately, there weren't any mysteries to uncover, so I had to film whatever came my way. Hey, check it out! That cat just climbed up this tall tree. Wonder what spooked it, and what's gonna happen to the poor thing next? I've got the whole story in my special investigation. Nikki, stop bothering the cat. He's fine. He goes in there every day and just comes back out. It's all good. Oh damn, so much for an investigation. No problem, I'll figure something out. I wasn't disheartened. My channel was steadily gaining followers. The one who didn't share my passion at all was my dad. Yes, here he is, meet him. Mr. John Perry, a construction magnate and a real business shark. Nikki, journalism again? All those mysteries are old news and no one's into it anymore. You gotta find something that actually makes cash. Follow in my footsteps, kid. What, being a boring businesswoman? Nah, not happening. Obviously, Mr. Dad and I clash a lot over that. Alright, this is where things are about to get interesting. During the summer break, I was chilling in my room, brainstorming blog ideas, when my dad unexpectedly walked into my room. Nikki, you've been studying Chinese for a while now. Want to put it to good use? Sure, you've got my attention. I've got a business trip to China. Want to tag along? Help me out? Of course! When do we leave? Oh, I was thrilled! China is a treasure trove of mysteries. I bet I'll uncover something interesting for my investigations there. Hey everyone, buckle up for a thrilling adventure. Hit that subscribe button and let's uncover the mysteries of China together. Before long, we landed in this charming, historically rich town, oozing with ancient vibes and magic. While Dad sorted out business calls at the hotel, I chased a potential headline, which led me straight to a restaurant kitchen. You know, in China, they eat almost anything and turn even the most unusual stuff into delicacies. See that? Is it a dragon egg? Seems like they're cooking up something secret following an ancient recipe. Hey, what are you doing here? This area is off limits. That's just a regular duck egg. Please drop it and leave the kitchen. But I didn't stop and just kept filming. Next thing I knew, the hotel staff found me and escorted me to my dad. Bummer. Nikki, come on, enough with the secrets hunt. The world's not as strange as you think. Let's just go sightseeing. We strolled down the old city's narrow streets and ended up in the square teeming with people. Here, look. This is a real Chinese market. Wow, this is perfect. I read online that in spots like these, you can find genuine artifacts and mystical stuff. All you gotta do is whisper a secret word to the seller, and they'll lead you to the secret stash of the most incredible things in the world. Shambhala. Excuse me? Shambhala. I'm looking for dragon teeth. I only sell fish. I told you the secret word. You have some secret goods, don't you? Girl, are you alright? I only have fish. What's wrong with you, Nikki? I told you to stop this nonsense. But I read, stop bothering people. Ugh, I was about to get into it with Dad, but then he got this random call and had to step aside for an important discussion. And I kept trying to find something fascinating. But then, out of the blue, I overheard two bald dudes in weird outfits chatting. He showed up again yesterday. We need to protect our relic, or else the ancient prophecy will come true. Well, now that's curious. What are they talking about? But the guy stopped talking and left. I secretly followed them. They ended up outside town near this tiny monastery tucked amidst greenery, giving a breathtaking view of the valley and the gorge. Monks, huh? Wonder what the conversation was about. It hit me. I finally stumbled upon a true hidden secret I've been searching for all this time. That evening at the hotel, I suggested to Dad that we check out the monastery. Mr. Perry seemed a bit cautious for some reason. I got all the details. Tourists can go there. Why this place all of a sudden? Alright, let's check it out. Cool! I was up all night, just thinking that there was something mysterious and incredible waiting for me outside the monastery. Hey guys, we're heading to a unique spot tomorrow. Grab some popcorn. In the morning, we packed up and left the hotel. All the way, Dad was silent and looking at me thoughtfully. What's up with that? Once inside the monastery, I forgot about everything. The sheer beauty of the ancient temple blew my mind. It might have been small and humble, yet its main hall held something extraordinary. A precious Jade Dragon figure placed on the altar. See that Jade Dragon? It's the heart of our monastery. There's this old prophecy that says if we lose it, our whole temple's done for. Once the tourist left, I went up to the guy and told him I'd heard him chatting with another monk yesterday. Didn't they teach you that eavesdropping is bad? I'm a journalist, and I'm excited to dig into a real mystery. How about we team up? I might be able to lend a hand. The monk's name was Zane, and he was clearly interested in my proposal. But before he could say anything, my dad popped out of nowhere and pulled me aside. All right, that's it. You're bothering people again. After pulling me out of the temple, he gave me a piece of his mind at the hotel. I refused refused to stay silent, telling him I had no intention of turning into someone like him. You will never become a real journalist. Oh yeah? We'll see about that, Mr. Perry. I threw my stuff in my bag and stormed out of the hotel through the window. Dad will admit he was wrong about me when I get the real scoop. Outside the gates of the temple, I tracked down Zhang and told him that my offer still stands. I want to live in your temple and solve the mystery you spoke of. You need to get the senior monk's permission. After all, this is a men's monastery. Turns out, the senior monk was a nice old guy with a gray beard. When he learned about my noble intentions, he let me stay in a separate room. But then, along came this adult monk, Lin, who barged into our conversation. It's against the rules. An outsider has no place in our temple. Something feels off about him, like he's hiding things. That's the first lead I've got in this investigation. I know it's against the rules, but as a senior monk of the monastery, I give Nikki permission to stay here. This is how I became the only girl in the Chinese temple. I had my own room, did gymnastics with the boys, and picked up meditation. Dad kept calling, but I wouldn't talk to him until I solved the mystery of the monastery. Zhang clued me in on something pretty interesting. Keeping evil spirits at bay, the Jade Dragon watches over the temple. An ancient prophecy mentions faceless shadows coming one day to steal the statue. And if they do, the whole place might fall apart. Lately, monks have seen some suspicious shadows slipping through the walls. Could the prophecy be happening for real? To be honest, I really didn't believe in mysticism. I was sure it was an inside job. I decided to catch the thief by all means. Zhang was there to help me. Together, we placed portable cameras around the temple, hoping they'd catch the mysterious thief on tape. Cameras are also against the temple's rules. If it were up to me, I'd kick you out of here. That nasty Lin couldn't meddle with my investigation, so he just walked around grumbling. Actually, he was the first suspect on my list. We left the cameras on overnight and checked out the footage in the morning. Wow, there was this creepy faceless shadow just roaming around the monastery courtyard. And right after that, poof, the cameras went dead. I'm telling you, it's an evil spirit. Nonsense. Just someone dressed up in a dark suit to scare everyone. I have a good idea who it was. I told about the night's incident on my blog. Hit over 100,000 subscribers. Looks like my investigation was a hit. So, Dad, you still don't think I can become a real journalist? The next night, I thought I'd try something new. Let's sprinkle flour all over. Our mystery guest will step on it, and if they leave footprints, we'll know they're human because ghosts don't do that. Great plan, Nikki. I was starting to like this guy. If he wasn't a monk, maybe I'd ask him out. Okay, focus up. We need that flour. In the evening, we checked out our work with Zhang, feeling pretty good, then went to bed. But the next morning, alright guys, check this out. We put flour everywhere. And the suspect left footprints. But get this, they are not human. Look at that, footprints all over the place, even going straight into the wall. Zhang thinks that's spirits, but hold on. A true journalist always sticks to the facts. Just then, my phone started ringing. Nikki, I'm worried about you. Dad, brace yourself. I'm on the edge of an epic scoop. You'll see that I'm right. Sweetheart, you're being tricked. There's nothing mysterious going on there. Mr. Perry, you're interrupting work. I spent the whole day figuring out how to catch this elusive thief. You know what they say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. I figured I'd personally keep watch all night. I've laid traps and tucked myself away in the far corner by the altar. If anyone tries to steal that Jade Dragon, I'll definitely catch them. Shoot, I forgot my water. I should have told Zhang. Alright, I'll just stay put then. I waited in hiding for what felt like ages and nearly dozed off. My eyes were drooping when, out of the blue, I spotted a mysterious figure swiftly slipping through the window. It crept nearer to the Jade Dragon, and that's when I knew it was time to act. Stop! I jumped out of hiding and shined a flashlight on the intruder. The faceless shadow quickly dodged, jumped across the hall, and rushed to the exit. I rushed after it, but the mysterious thief moved with an inhuman speed. Is it really an evil spirit? But then a faceless shadow tripped over my trap and stretched out on the floor. Gotcha! I knew you were just a human. I pounced on the intruder and pulled off his mask. Zhang? Is that you? I couldn't believe my eyes. The person I trusted the most turned out to be the bad guy. Why did you want to steal the dragon statue? It's not what you think. The other monks came running to our screams, but they weren't surprised to see Zhang under the mask. What's going on here? Well, Nikki, now we must tell you the truth. I'm listening. Our little temple wasn't popular, so the city decided to shut it down and sold the beautiful land to Mr. Perry, a big shot in construction. My father? So that's why he flew to China. Yes, he was going to build a hotel here, but Zhang has figured out a way to save the temple. I found out Mr. Perry's daughter is a famous blogger, so I purposely brought you here with a cool legend to share with your followers. We were crossing our fingers that if folks got intrigued by the convent, they might change their minds about tearing it down. And then Zhang started dressing up as an evil spirit and leaving creepy foot tracks on the flowers so I'd have something to say on my blog. I'm sorry we lied to you, but that was for a good cause. We really want to save the temple. You're making me seem foolish in front of everyone for this. Forget it. I'm done with you and your near Jade Dragon. Storming out of the temple, I was fuming. Dad was right all along. There was nothing mysterious about that temple, just a lousy spectacle. It hit me. He might have been right about everything else. No need to waste my time on pointless snooping around. Let's focus on making some money. I went back to the hotel, and in the morning we had a serious talk, and I told Dad he won. I'm going to follow in your footsteps and become a businesswoman. Dad had this huge grin of joy like the Cheshire Cat. Then he mentioned he'd be bringing machinery soon to flatten the monastery. I wanted to film a goodbye video for my blog, confessing the investigation was a foe, but then I noticed some interesting comments. Followers said that they knew the temple. There are rumors that an emperor once hidden its walls from his enemies, suggesting the place held many secrets. How interesting. I had no idea. Driven by curiosity, I headed to the nearby museum to dig into the legend's details. That's when I stumbled upon ancient manuscripts at the museum, uncovering something mind-blowing. Naturally, I shared it all on my blog. Get this. Way back in the 13th century, an emperor sought refuge from traders in a hidden room at a monastery. As a way of saying thanks for saving him, he handed over that very Jade Dragon to the monks. Viewers, including myself, were captivated by the monastery's history. Destroying such a place would be a terrible loss. I quickly called my dad to share what I discovered. Who even cares about that story? People will always need hotels. Just don't interrupt me during my work, sweetheart. Obviously, Mr. Perry, being his usual stubborn self, didn't bother with my suggestion. That's just the way he is. Feeling confident, I swung by the monastery and had a talk with a senior monk and Zhang, forgiving them for their little charade. I want to help save the temple. By the way, I'll show you something that will blow your mind. I went to the Jade Dragon, found the hidden button, and pressed it. After that, the door to the secret room in the hall opened. Everyone gasped. Ta-da! This is where the emperor hid from his enemies. I read about it in the manuscripts. Pretty neat, huh? Unbelievable. We've spent so many years here. We didn't know about the secret. You know, cracking mysteries is what I'm all about. Everyone was thrilled by the unique discovery. I recorded the ancient room and uploaded the video to my channel. Just then, we heard some commotion outside. What is it? I think I know, and it doesn't mean anything good. I was right. It was my dad rolling in with his machinery, set on bulldozing the temple gates. I dashed toward him, hoping to reason with him. Nikki, I've made up my mind. This is going to be my hotel. He was just about to tell the workers to start the demolition when something amazing happened. Suddenly, a guy and a girl approached him. Hold on, I think I know them. It's Xiao and Tai, the movie stars who used to live in a different monastery. Hey, you can check out their story on Private Diary channel. Go check it out. It's really interesting. Out of the blue, Tai handed Dad a cease work notice and mentioned that my blog had spread the word about this temple to many people. The temple's ancient history caught the attention of the authorities, and it's now safeguarded by UNESCO. We're planning to film a documentary here. Yes, we nailed it! Zhang and the rest leaped in excitement, but Dad turned as red as a sizzling skillet. I can't believe my own daughter went against me. I felt a little bad for hurting Dad, but I was proud of myself for being a real journalist. After that, my father distanced himself, not speaking to me for a few days. And then it was time to come home. Zhang gave me a small replica of a Jade Dragon as a farewell gift. It will bring you good luck, just like you brought good luck to our monastery, Nikki. I'll never forget this adventure. As we boarded the plane, Dad finally ended his silent treatment. Nikki, I'm a bit sad about what happened, but I'm still really proud of you. I used to believe that only cash and big machines could move mountains, but it seems like words hold a power beyond all that. You're destined for great things as a journalist, kiddo. Oh, Dad, thank you. I was over the moon. I began prepping for college from home, and my channel took off. Then, out of the blue, Dad told me that he'd be heading to Peru for work. Awesome! I'm tagging along. Subscribers want more investigations. Dad's face turned pale with horror. No way! I'm not taking you anywhere else. Don't even ask. Oops. Let me grab some water for Dad before he passes out. Why don't you hit the like button and tell us which countries you've been to?